running up and down the steps. So hey guys, I am, let me catch my breath real quick. But I am here to spill some tea. I'm just gonna talk to you guys. I asked you guys on Instagram and as well on the community tab to ask me any questions, if you guys have any assumptions, or if you just want me to clarify some things from my past, or if you're new, you know, if you have any questions, if you chose not to go back and watch any of my videos. The reason why I'm doing this is because I wanted to do something different. It's also going to include like story times. If you guys have any like ideas or suggestions, let me know in the comments. I also want to kind of do this like every month, and I actually want to thank SipSpy for sponsoring this video. What SipSpy is a monthly subscription box, and what they provide is tea, and you answer a couple questions in a personality quiz, and they send you tea every single month. I've been doing this for about a couple of months now, so don't think that this is just like something that I just got in the box, in the mail, and I'm just throwing it out to you guys. No, I've been doing using SipSpy for a couple months now, and I feel like I kind of have like a feel for the company and a feel for the products that they send me. What I like about them is that they don't just send you one of every product that they send you. They send you like 2 or 3 samples so that you can give it a try and see if you actually like it. And then another thing that I like about it is the fact that once you get your box, you can go back into your profile and rate which ones you like and which ones you didn't like, and then you can also change your preference around. I told them that I like green tea, matcha, that kind of a thing. Fruity and sweet taste, if that makes sense. That's usually what I get every single month. This one is a almond cookie one, and this is actually really good. As you guys can see, I already opened it and they gave me 2 of these, and I'm already done with the first one. That's what I like. And they also give you tea bags to use, and for the loose leaves that they send you, like this one's a loose leaf and this one is a loose leaf. And they give you about, and then the ones that are loose leaf, they give you about like 2 or 3 servings, sometimes even more. If you guys are interested in getting a subscription box every month, use my coupon code Vicki5 and you'll get $5 off your first subscription box. Let's get started. I'm going to start with Instagram because I think I got less on that one versus the community tab. Mom of 4, she said that she assumes that I still want to live the van life or the RV life. And surprisingly, yes, I do want to still live that lifestyle. I'm intrigued by it. I don't know if it will actually come into, you know, fruition, but I'm really intrigued into it. I like the concept of traveling. It's not so much actually living in the RV. I just want to be able to travel and take my kids and enjoy different things and experience new things and stuff like that. So yeah, I am interested, and I still would like to do that at some point in time in my life. Right now, with the way things are, it's not gonna happen, but in the future, I can't really say that it won't happen. It may not be something that we would do like for a long term, but it may be something that we would like do for like the summer while the kids are home for summer vacation. But it is something that I'm still interested in. I also believe that the kids will be interested in it as well. But yeah, I'm still interested in it as well. I believe it's Sapphire that asked the question. Ways to keep it new. I'm not sure what you mean by ways to keep it new. If you're talking about relationship, I really don't know because me and Leon really don't have like the funds and the time, or like the energy to actually go out and do date nights, because when it comes to like around 6-7 o'clock, if I don't have class, I'm ready to just lay in the bed and relax. And same with Leon. Like Leon, when dinner time comes around, and once dinner is done and the kids are like doing their chores and stuff like that, like he wants to relax and he wants to usually watch a movie, or he usually wants to play like video games with the boys or something like that. So I don't know, for you it might be different. I'm not really a romantic person, whereas Leon is. He's more the romantic person where he likes to do things and be spontaneous and surprises and all that, and I'm not like that. All right, now to the questions or assumptions on the community tab. I'm sorry guys, I'm just like out of breath, I'm tired. The baby's taking a nap, that's the only reason I'm doing this now. Do the two older girls have the same father? They are the ones that look exactly like. That was from Mommy of Three Beautiful Princesses. I believe that's your channel name or your username. No, they do not have the same father. They have two different dads. My oldest has a different father. Andrea is Leon's daughter. I already talked about that, and I believe I took it down, and it's not because of like shame or trying to hide something. I took it down out of respect for my oldest, her dad and his side of the family. They respect me and they understand that I'm the type of person, I'm not going to say nothing that I would not say to his face or their face, but more so out of respect for my daughter, because she is at that age where she's like dealing with her own issues. That's the real reason why I took it down. And same for like other videos that I've taken down in the past that are not up anymore that people may have mentioned. It's not because of like shame or anything like that. There were a lot of people that were concerned and worried about things, so I took them down just so like their fears and their worries were at rest, and to make them, you know, be at ease with themselves, if that makes sense. Because, you know, just because I put my life out there and I'm okay with that and I'm comfortable, doesn't mean that it won't affect other people around us. And if it does affect other people around us, or I feel like it's going to affect our kids, or other people voice their concerns, and I respect them as a person and I respect their role in our life and in my kids' life, I will take a video down. Miranda Stevens asked, how are you? I am doing okay. I'm really tired. I called my midwife yesterday. If you guys are wondering, this is Saturday and yesterday was Friday, and she had me come in to do another urine sample and then to also take more blood work to check my beta, and I'm just waiting for the blood results and the urine results to see if maybe it might be my kidneys. And I'm kind of having a feeling that's what my issue is that it's my kidneys, and I've always had issues with my kidneys even when I'm not pregnant. Hopefully we get some answers, and hopefully the beta testing can give us more answers about the pregnancy, if my levels are up or if my levels are dropping, and that will give me an understanding of what's going on. She also asks, who was your easiest and hardest pregnancy? I will say my easiest pregnancy would have to be Akina, even though I gained the most weight with her, and I also had preeclampsia with her. I didn't have the most hardest pregnancy with her because I didn't have to deal with like the symptoms of preeclampsia or the extreme of my blood pressure with her. My hardest pregnancy, I would have to say, is Journey's, and that's because that was like my first time experiencing the pubis dysfunction syndrome, and that was also my first time experiencing eclamptic seizures. So I think that was my hardest pregnancy, as well as the postpartum. So I think it was hard for me on my body and for my mental health as well, not just like physically. And then Miranda also asked, what is your favorite color in food? My favorite color is purple. This is actually a blue jacket, but it might be coming up purple on the screen, I don't know, but it's actually purple. That's my favorite color. And my favorite food will have to be, when I'm not pregnant, it will have to be like sushi, Chinese food, Mexican, like authentic Mexican food. Like it can't be like Taco Bell. Like that's not, to me, that's not Mexican food. So when I am pregnant, it just depends on what the baby wants. Like right now, the only thing I can really stomach is chicken noodle soup and cheddar broccoli soup and clam chowder and all that. Melissa S asked, why not try again for a rainbow baby? I see how devastated you are right now, and I think if you get your tubes tied, then you will regret it. You have room for one more in your heart, home and heart. Thanks, Melissa. The reason why I wouldn't try for a rainbow baby is because I feel like my plate is already full as it is, and I'm not financially in a place where I will want another baby. So that will be the reason why, and I'm actually pretty content with the amount of kids that I have. It's not because of, you know, everything that's going on with the pregnancy that I'm dealing with now. I think it's more so the fact that logically and realistically, I don't really have the space for one in this house, and two, I don't have the financial means to really bring another child in this world. And I'm not saying that in like I won't be able to provide for my kids if I were to have this baby and this becomes a healthy baby and everything goes as planned. It's just I want to be able to do things with my kids. Like you guys saw, we took the kids to New York, and I want to be able to do more things like that with the kids. I don't want to have to be confined to the house all the time because we have a newborn. That's kind of why I went and want to try for another. If I were to not be able to have this baby, if it was up to Leon, he would not have this baby. He doesn't want me. He is the way he explained it to me was that it's just too emotional for him to put me through something like that. Like especially after having Journey and him being the one there that experienced me having the seizures and being the only one that was there with the kids and having to manage the kids and then worrying about me in the hospital. I think for him it's too much of an emotional burden for him to have to manage the kids and the household and then also worry about me and my health. Like Leon has said it multiple times that he could not and would not be able to survive if I were to be the one that would go first. And so I think for him it's the fact that he sees me going through the struggle and me dealing with like the pregnancy and the struggle and all that, the health issues, and he doesn't want me to have to go through that. So I think that's what it is for him. It's just too much for him to be able to experience that. Care Bears, hey Care Bears, she asked, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? I see myself in the next 5 years with at least a bachelor's degree, if not a bachelor's degree, me using my associate's degree, whether if it's at a company or if I have an employer, or if not, if I'm still working for myself and I'm managing myself and my own business and my own company. Liz from Canada said that she loves seeing my family and for us making it through with the lives and ups and downs. Love you, and she prays for us. Thank you, Liz. I appreciate that. Yvonne, hey Yvonne, she said, how are you feeling? I'm feeling okay right now. I'm just like really tired. I think it's more so because of the pain I'm feeling. She also asked, how old were you when you had your first child? I was 18, and when I was 18, when I had her, I had my own place. I was, paying bills and what else? And I was also going to school, and I was doing classes and stuff like that. So yeah. Morgan, hey Morgan, she asked, what was your childhood like? My childhood wasn't bad, I would say. I had things, like I would admit I was spoiled as a kid. My aunt and uncle who raised me, they spoiled the crap out of me and my sister, and we pretty much got whatever we wanted if we behaved. That was pretty much how my childhood is from what I can remember. But for me, I remember, it was a black household, and there was just certain things that was not allowed to be done in the household, and I was bad. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I was bad as a child. I mean, I wouldn't say I was bad as a child. I was just like testing my limits, and and I didn't get away with it. I will say in my childhood at my cousin's house, I spent a lot of time living, like not living, but like in the projects and hanging out with my cousins. And I think that was more so my childhood, was being around my cousins on my mom's side, and then a lot of times I was with my cousins on my uncle's side of the family. So yeah, that was really my childhood, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't like we were broke or we were poor or anything like that, because my aunt and uncle both worked. They did everything they could to take care of us. So yeah. What was your teenage years like? My teenage years, my teenage years, I was kind of bad. Ain't gonna lie, ain't gonna front. I was bad. Compared to my childhood, I was bad. I mean, for me, I feel like I was bad because it wasn't hard for me to understand, you know what I mean, what my aunt and uncle were expecting of me, and I just did the opposite because I just thought I was grown and I knew everything, which is what I'm dealing with now. I got my coming right back to me with my own kids. But yeah, that was how my teenage years was. And then when I turned 15, I moved out on my own and I went to go stay with my mom, and that didn't work out, so I ended up moving in with Laura Lee, which is the girl's grandmother, and I stayed with her for a couple years until I graduated from high school, and then I got my own place. Even some of the people from my childhood or my teenagers or my high school years that watch my channel, they can tell you that I was bad in high school. And if y'all are watching this, you can be honest and tell them that I was a little too much in high school. I was a little bad. What's your biggest fear? I think my biggest fear is not being able to provide what I want for my kids, like reaching my goals. I think that's really what my biggest fear is, not being able to hit my goals. But I don't really try and focus on the fears, because for the longest time I lived in fear and I was so focused on pleasing everybody else and making everybody else happy and trying to be liked and to be and I was focused on like dumb stuff. But now I don't really focus on fears, like, because I went through so much in the past, I want to say 10 years, that made me realize that fear is just an illusion. So I don't want to focus on the fears, and that anything that I put my mind to, I can actually accomplish it. Morgan also asked, do you consider yourself close to your family? No, I don't. To my family, the same way you guys see how I am with Leon's family, I'm not close to them like that. I will say that I have like a close connection with like my sister and my cousins, but like my aunt and uncle and my mom, I don't have a relationship with them. We're not really on speaking terms, and that's my personal choice. It's not because they're not speaking to me, it's because I choose not to speak to them. What is your dream career job? If I could be honest and blunt with you guys, my dream career or job or whatever it is that I want to do is I just want to own a business, whether if it's, you know, selling merch or like merchandise or whatever it may be, or whether if I having like my own PR agency, or if I have like my own website where I'm utilizing my degree in journalism or something like that. That's pretty much what I want. I want something that I can claim to be my own boss and I'm in control of. I don't want to work for somebody else. That's usually what I'm thinking. And really, it's more so about financial freedom. I really don't care about having a ton of money. I don't really need a whole lot of money. I just want financial freedom to where I'm comfortable, my kids are comfortable, and I can travel and spend time with the people that I love instead of feeling like I have to be chained to a 9 to 5. The last question Morgan had is, if you never had any children, what would your life look like today? It's hard to say, because I feel like my kids are the ones that changed me for the better. But honestly, if I didn't have any kids, I probably wouldn't be still in Pennsylvania. I probably would have had a degree. I would have like a career and everything like that. Because that was like my mindset before I found out I was pregnant with my oldest. I was going to go to school for criminal justice, and then I wanted to join the police academy. So yeah, I probably would have like a career in law or something like that. I hope I'm not saying this wrong. Shanta Hawthorne, she asked, does your older girls call Leon dad, and do they have a close relationship with him? They do call Leon dad, and that's because that's what they choose. They choose to call him dad, and that's something that I've promoted since they were small, especially Akina, because I met Leon when she was 6 months old, and I want to say when she was like 7 months, she started calling him dad. She's always known who her real father was. It's not like that was always a secret for her. So she knew who her real father was, and then she knew who Leon was, but she mentally made that choice to call him dad. So that's her choice. And then Andrea, she's always known that Leon was her dad, even before I even told her. And I didn't want to tell her because I didn't want to confuse her, and I didn't tell the girl's grandmother, Laura Lee, because I didn't want to confuse her either. And like the whole story, if you guys want, I can go into a little more detail about it, since I did take down that video, and I'll probably do it in a more respectful way so that it's not come off as like arrogant because I can be arrogant sometimes. And this is the last question from Beth, because I don't want this to get too much longer. Do you like girls? Have you had a threesome? If you guys are not familiar, I've made a video about this a while ago. I am pansexual, so I am attracted to everybody and anyone. It doesn't matter what their sexual orientation or what they identify as. And have I had a threesome? Yes, I've had threesomes. I've had them with Leon. So yes, I've had them. That is all the questions that I got. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any other questions or assumptions, leave them down in the comments. Let me know. And next month I will do another one. Thank you to Subscribe for sponsoring these videos, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.